তিনটা ঠাকুরের জন্য বসে আছে।
It's a naked woman wearing a skirt of severed human arms.
queen of the jungle was young, when our fathers and their fathers before them were yet unborn, a monster walked this land. He ate the young, the strong, the old. The blood of our ancestors poured from the monster's mouth. It poured like the water in the great river. No one dared battle with him. No one but Kali! 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 Without fear, as her children are without fear, she fought the monster upon this earth and cut him down. But from each drop of his blood, a new monster spawned. And Kali did battle with each new monster and cut them down. But from their blood, new monsters arose. To destroy them, Kali knew she must kill without spilling any blood.
Why is Mother Kali so radiantly black? Because she is so powerful that even mentioning her name destroys delusion. Because she is so beautiful, Lord Shiva, conqueror of death, lies blissfully vanquished beneath the red-soled feet. There are subtle hues of blackness, but her bright complexion is the mystery that is utterly black, overwhelmingly black, wonderfully black. When she awakens in the lotus shrine within the heart's secret cave, her blackness becomes the mystic illumination that causes the 12th petal, blossom there, to glow more intensely than golden embers. Her lovely form is the incomparable, Kali black, blacker than the king of death. Whoever gazes upon this radiant blackness falls eternally in love and feels no attraction to any other, discovering everywhere only her. The poet sighs deeply. Where is this brilliant lady, this black light beyond luminosity? Though I have never seen her, simply hearing her name, the mind becomes absorbed completely in her astonishing reality. Om Kali, Om Kali, Om Kali.
Kali is the divine goddess who presides over the affairs of the crematorium. This form of goddess Kali can be worshipped only in the Hindu crematorium or Shoshan. She has no protruding tongue and strangely has just 2 hands.
त्वत्तो जातं जगत्सर्वं त्वं जगज्जननी शिवे महदाद्याणुपर्यन्तं यदित्सचराचरं त्ववैवोत्पादितं भद्रे त्वदधीनमिदं जगत् त्वमाद्या सर्वविद्यानां तस्माकमपि जन्मभूः त्वं जानासि जगत्सर्वं न त्वां जानाति कश्चन त्वं काली तारिणी दुर्गा षोडशी भुवनेश्वरी भूमावती त्वं बगला भैरवी छिन्नमस्तका त्वमन्नपूर्णा वाग्देवी त्वं देवी कमलालया सर्वशक्तिस्वरूपा त्वं सर्वदेवमयी तनु त्वमेव सूक्ष्मा स्थूला त्वं व्याक्तव्याक्तस्वरूपिणी निराकरापि सकारा कस्त्वं वेदितुमर्हति उपासकानां कार्यार्थं श्रेयसे जगतामपि दानवानां विनाशाय धत्से नानाविधस्तनु चतुर्भुजा त्वं द्विभुजा षड्भुजाष्टभुजा तथा त्वमेव विश्वरक्षार्थं नानाशस्त्रास्त्रधारिणी त्वं सर्वरूपिणी देवी सर्वशं जननी परा दुष्टायां त्वयि देवेशी सर्वशं तोषणं भवेत् सृष्टेरादौ त्वमेकासीत् तमोरूपमगोचरं त्वत्तो जातं जगत्सर्वं परब्रह्मस्य शिक्षया महत्तत्त्वादिभूतान्तं त्वया सृष्टमिदं जगत् निमित्तमात्रं तत्ब्रह्म सर्वकारणकारणं सद्रूपं सर्वतो व्यापी सर्वमावृत्य.
A city which grew up entirely around this naked figure and was a major pilgrimage site for devotees, was also a site for the trade of folk artworks known as Potocitro. This folk art came to be associated entirely with the space and the idol, being more specifically referred to as Kaligat Potos. The Kaligat Mandir or temple has been built in its present form about 200 years ago, being completed in 1809. Previously, there was another small abode, a hut, which was used as a temple for Kali, and there are references to it in Mansar Bhasan composed in the 15th century and in Kavi Kankan Chandi of the 17th century. The archer type of coins from the time of Chandragupta II have been found in Kaligat, which attest the unique value of the area where the old Hooghly river, known as Bhagirathi, used to stream. The toes of goddess Kali in stone are usually kept under lock and key under the main idol. On the appointed day, the officiating priest, blindfolded, opens the box and washes the holy toes thoroughly, using plenty of scented water. Saris offered to the goddess in the earlier year are removed and new clothes put on. The colors preferred are red, black and blue. Pieces of the old saris are distributed to devotees. These can be kept either in one's puja or placed in an amulet and worn. This is supposed to be beneficial. That only the toes are washed and bath draws one's attention to the origin of the mandir. The legend says that goddess Sati, feeling humiliated at the cruel treatment meted out to her and to her husband, Lord Shiva, by her father Daksha during one of his yagyas, threw herself into the sacrificial fire. Lord Shiva became infuriated at the self-immolation of his beloved, carried her body on his head, and started dancing in mad abandon. To pacify the angry consort and to calm him, Lord Vishnu cut the body of Sati into pieces.
Wherever one such piece fell, a holy stone was found which soon grew into a center of pilgrimage of goddess Sati or Parvati. One such blessed place was Kaligat, where the 4 toes of the right leg of Sati fell. Kali, or the dark goddess, is a form of Shakti, or the divine feminine, and another form of goddess Durga. Devi Mahatmya, a Hindu text of the 5th to 6th century AD, depicts Kali as being born out of the brow of goddess Durga during a battle against the evil. Towards the climax of her fight with demon Mohishashura, Durga divides herself into her most dreadful incarnation as Kali, the terrific female carrying around her neck a garland of human skulls. Kali, having 4 to 10 arms, weapons in her hands, the head of a demon in one hand, always in action, appears in countless representations. In most portrayals, her upper right hand forms the mudra, or gesture, of fearlessness, and her lower right hand shows the sign of protection and bestowing boons. According to the legend, while Kali was passionately fighting against the evil, she got carried away and went on destroying everything in sight. To stop her, God Shiva threw himself under her feet. Seeing this, Kali stuck out her tongue in shock and put an end to her ferocious actions. Kali is generally associated with death, violence, and sexuality. The texts indicate that she is seated on Shiva, but iconographically she is more commonly depicted as standing on her lover. Her nudity is primeval, fundamental, and transparent like nature, the earth, sea, and sky. Kali is free from the illusory covering, for she is beyond all Maya, or false consciousness. Kali holds infinite knowledge, symbolized by the garland of 50 human heads representing 50 letters of the Sanskrit alphabet. The name Kali is the feminine form of the Sanskrit word Kala, which means time. Kali sees all time, past, present, future, in their continuous flow as she has 3 eyes. Kali is so called because she devours Kala, time, and then resumes her own dark formlessness. Kala means also death, doomsday, or black, and thus Kali is also called Kala Ratri, black night, or Kalika, relating to time. The Mahanirvana Tantra states, just as all colors disappear in black, so all names and forms disappear in her. Kali symbolizes the cycle of birth and death, as she is associated with the cremation grounds where the 5 elements or Pancha Mahabhuta merge and the material attachments with this world are released. In Shaktaism, Shiva represents the impersonal, non-active, Akriya, absolute, Sampurna, pure consciousness, Prakasha, and pure being, Sat, while Shakti is the vibration, the active energy of everything and the one that enables Shiva's actions.
Shakti manifests into terrible and benign forms known as Dasa Mahavidyas. The terrible forms are known as Kali Kula. In contemporary sources and calendar art, such terrible embodiments appear as Mahakali, Tripura Sundari or Shodashi, Tara, Bhuvaneshwari, Chinnamosta, Bhairavi, Dhumavati, Bagalamukhi, Matangi, Kamala. However, there are various other names for the diverse forms of Kali. Is very similar to Kali, some difference being that she often appears wrapped in a tiger skin. She is pot-bellied, maybe a suggestion of pregnancy. Her hair is braided, and often she is portrayed in the middle of a cremation fire. Shodashi, also known as Tripura Sundari, Lalita or Raj Rajeshwari, appears as a beautiful young girl of 16 with a red complexion. She is sometimes shown astride Shiva in sexual intercourse. Their pedestal is supported by the gods Brahma, Vishnu and Rudra, with the fourth member being either Indra or Yama. Sometimes she is said to sit on a lotus that emerges from the navel of Shiva, who is reclining below her. Bhuvaneshwari is the supreme goddess of manifested existence and is depicted seated on a lotus flower and holds a noose and a carved sword in two of her hands, while the other two assume the mudras of blessing and freedom from fear. According to Pancharatna Grantha, Chinnamasta, meaning the one with the severed head, is the embodiment of the goddess who cut her own head to feed her two hungry female companions with her blood. Dhumavati is the widow form of Kali. Dhuma means smoke, and she is depicted without any jewelry or ornaments and in widow dress. Dhumavati demonstrates renunciation and removes all frustration and agitation. she rides a crow or a chariot. Bagalamukhi, or she who has the head of a crane, is the yellow goddess who stops all motion at the appropriate time, silences the mouths and words of all evil beings, and controls their tongues. She appears at times riding a crane. Matangi is the measurement of all the limbs of creation and supreme goddess of all desires. She appears as a beautiful woman with eyes intoxicated from passion. Bhairavi is often depicted as a destructive force wrapped in skins of the dead demons, with a book and a rosary in two of her hands. According to Kalika Purana, she stands on a corpse and her eyes roll from intoxication. Kamala is a beautiful young woman, often a form associated with Lakshmi. She appears accompanied by two elephants who pour pitchers of water on her while she stands on a lotus. According to scriptures, certain pujas and mantras are to be performed at particular moments of day or night by certain rules, prescribed for the worshippers of Kali according to their natural inclination, their devotion, aims and intention. For instance, some rituals such as Shakti, Parashakti, can be performed only by the Siddha, the one who has managed to get full control over the passions.
Om Ring Shiva Tattai Swaha. Om Kallai Namakamalai Namakullai Namakullai Namak. Ira Dannai Namamiprachittai Namaknavai Namaknaprabhavi Namak. Diptavai Namanilavai Namakhanavai Namak. Balakavai Namaknatte Namitavai Namamedhavai Namak. Om Guru Chasanam. Mame Gurubha Nama Parama Gurubha Nama. Parapara Gurubha Nama Paramishta Gurubha Nama. Dakshina Ganganeshaya Nama. Urdhe Brahmane Nama Dayanandaya Pushvaditadi Nama Grabha Nama. Ete Gandha Pushve Matsati Dashavatarbha Nama.
ওঠ না ফুটে মন আমার মায়ের পায়ের জবা হয়ে ওঠ না ফুটে মন তার গন্ধ না থাক যা আছে সে নয় রে ভুয়া বরণ গন্ধ না থাক তার গন্ধ না থাক যা আছে জানি জুই মালতী হায় কত গন্ধ যে ছড়ায় তবু ঘরের ফেলে পরের কাছে নিজের বিলায় জানি জুই মালতী হায় কত গন্ধ যে ছড়ায় তবু ঘরের ফেলে পরের কাছে নিজের বিলায় ওরে তোর মতো যে নেই কো তাদের মায়ে ফয়ে আলাপন তোর মতো যে ও মন তোর মতো যে নেই কো তাদের মায়ে পয়ে আলাপন মায়ের পায়ের জবা হয়ে ওঠ না ফুটে মন আমার তাই তো লাগে ভয় প্রলোভনের ফাঁদে পড়ে হই বুঝিবা ক্ষয় আমার
Kali devotees cover both extremes of practices and customs, from dacoits and tantrics with dark practices to family priests and other people.
Ramprasad Sen, a Shakta poet and saint of Bengal during 18th century, composed many poems and devotional songs for Kali or Shyama Sangit. His songs collection, Ramprasadi Sangit or Songs of Ramprasad, can be found around pithas and temples of the Shaktas.
The traditional pujas of the Bonedi Bari or aristocrat families were remarkable in old Kolkata.
জরো জরো আর কত মা দুঃখ দিবে মা কেবল মাত্র দুর্গা নাম শ্যামা নামে কলঙ্ক রটিবে শ্যামা নামে কলঙ্ক
Several embodiments of Kali Devi, some of them not mentioned in Devi Mahatmya, but depicted in popular culture and iconography in contemporary Bengal, may engage the viewers and critics in countless debates. Many idols are recreated every year in order to attract visitors through innovation, and at times people do not know much about their history. Johura Kali is a form of Chandi in which only the red face of the goddess is exposed while the body is invisible. Swarnakali is a golden form of Kali created by contemporary artisans for the Kali Puja.
মালতী ভাই কত জানি তুই মালতী ভাই কত বন্ধুতে ছড়ায় তবু ঘরে ফেলে পরের কাছে নিজে দেয় তোর মতো যে নেই তো তাদের তোর মতো যে নেই তো তাদের মায়ের পায়ের জমা হয়ে ফুটে আমার তাই সাধু সাধু নাম দেয় যদি শুদ্ধানন্দ রাখি নাম শিবানন্দ ময়ী শান্তানন্দ নাম দেয় আনন্দ নাম
Chamunda Kali was originally a tribal goddess who was assimilated in Hinduism and later was also incorporated in the Jain pantheon. The black or red colored Chamunda is described as wearing a garland of severed heads or skulls, Mundamala. She is adorned by ornaments of bones, skulls, serpents and scorpions, symbols of disease and death. In this version, Kali is described as a matrika who sucked all the blood of the demon Roktobij. Rokto Chamunda is the form Devi takes when she slays the demon Roktobij and swallows his blood before it soaks into the earth and produces more monsters.
Bengal, Durga is a figure who is much more revered, I would say, than Kali. I mean, there's a lot of affection also, because she is also seen as the ideal daughter, ideal mother. If you look at the image of Durga, there is always her husband, Shiva, who is put at the top of the chalchitra, what they call it, in the background. With the husband, though absent, but his presence is there, you know. You cannot escape that presence. He's seeing everything. If you look at Kali, on the other hand, Shiva, husband, is lying at her feet. But at the same time, there is no reason to think that Kali actually, the way, I am not talking about the Shastra, but the way she is interpreted today, that she has been totally able to free herself under patriarchal control. Durga Puja is more about status quo. Kali Puja is more about an escape. But what lies behind that escape, what kind of psychology is working behind that escape, very few people actually know. Durga, as I said, that Kali is a reincarnation, is one, or not the reincarnation, it was one of the incarnations of Durga herself. Durga who comes, fully dressed with all the weapons in her arms, whereas Kali is there with the weapons but undressed. And if she is dressed at all, it is, it's a dress of violence, it's a dress of mutilated hands, mutilated, heads. I mean, there is a destructive element, there is also a constructive element. There is a part which serves to sort of hold up the structure, but there is another structure which can actually undermine the structure.
Paradoxically, the idol makers start creating Durga idols from a handful of soil taken from the quarters of the sex workers in Shonagachi. Yet, the Shonagachi people do not celebrate Durga but Kali and Kali Puja.
আমাদের যে পঞ্চমুন্ডা কালী আছে তার 5টা রূপ আছে মায়ের: বগলা, শ্যামা, চামুন্ডা, রক্ষা, ধূমপতি।
আচ্ছা, আর আপনাদের পুজো কত বছরের?
আমাদের এই পঞ্চমুন্ডা পুজোটা 26 বছর ধরে।
আচ্ছা, ঠিক আছে।
Since the 18th century, especially in Bengal, she appears at times to embody the motherly love.
কলমের পায়ের তলায় দেখে যা আলোর নাচন কলমের পায়ের।
Since 1872, Sri Ramakrishna worships Sri Sarada Devi as Shorashi.
কেউ প্রিয়জনকে হারিয়েছে, আবার কেউ সন্তান শোকে কাতর। এই কষ্ট যে আমি সইতে পারি না মা।
গদাধর, এটাই মানুষের কর্মফল। যে যেমন কর্ম করে তাকে সেই মতো ফল ভোগ করতে হয় রে বাবা। তবে তুই আমার পূজা দিবি না?
না না, আমি তোর পুজো দেবো না।
তবে দেখ,
পাচ্ছি না। কি ভয়ঙ্কর দুর্যোগ! জয় মা, জয় মা! এই প্রলয় ভঙ্গ কর মা, মা, মা গো!
গদাধর, মানুষের কষ্ট তোর যেমন মন কাঁদে, তোর কষ্টে আমারও মন কাঁদে রে।
মা, আমায় তোর কাছে ডেকে নে মা।
আয়, আমার কাছে আয়। আয়, কি রে আয়, আমার কাছে আয়। আয়, আয়, আয়।
কথিত আছে প্রতি বছর 1 জানুয়ারি হাজার হাজার মানুষ তাদের মনস্কামনা পূরণের জন্য ওই কল্পতরু বৃক্ষের নিচে ইট বেঁধে আসেন এবং তাদের মনস্কামনাও পূরণ হয়। নমস্কার। গোপালনগর যুবক সংঘের তরফ থেকে
A more rare form of Kali is Shet Kali or the White Kali, a deity worshipped in Nardevi temple established in the 9th century AD by Guna Kamadev in Kathmandu, Nepal. In any case, there are multiple variations and legends related to each form of goddess Kali. One legend of Dakat Kali goes back to 6 centuries ago, when the dacoit named Gagan used to plunder the zamindars and the pilgrims. Ma Saradamoyi of Dokineshwar, on her way from Kamarpukur to Dokineshwar, was obstructed by Gagan, who immediately was shocked to find a furious live Kali at the back of Ma Saradamoyi. Then Gagan left his evil path and became a devotee of Kali. Men in fact desire that body, but when she is flaunting it like that, it's kind of, it's scary. A man cannot take this kind of behavior, though the whole society is based on this unconscious desire of the man to to possess the woman. So her own appearance becomes a weapon, her own body like that. So that becomes a menace.
It becomes a menace, and the way Kali is usually represented as an idol, her naked breast will be covered by her long hair, and the cut off arms. It is almost it is for covering up the nakedness. The violence is there, but the desire that is it's a kind of you are playing a game of hide and seek almost with your own desire,
yes.
Part of patriarchy. Remember in Manipur where, women went naked actually when they were protesting against army atrocities.
I know, yes.
That is, the replication of the Kali image actually.
So that is interesting because, it turns against them. Their own desire turns against them.
And even the Kali Puja, it is kind of celebrated in a different manner. Kali Puja is a celebration of when alcohol will be consumed in gallons, basically. It's a sort of celebration of freedom, celebration of escape, I would call it almost. Mm-hmm. But that is it. thinks of it in a deeper way, I have my doubts.
রূপ দেখে দেয় বুক পেতে শিব, যার হাতে মরণ বচন, দেখে যা আলোর নাচন, কালো মেয়ের পায়ের তলায় কালো মেয়ের আধার কোলে শিশুর বিশোষী দোলে, কালো মেয়ের আধার কোলে শিশুর বিশোষী দোলে, একটুখানি রূপের ঝলক মায়ের, একটুখানি রূপের ঝলক, স্নিগ্ধ বিরাট নীল গগন, দেখে যা আলো।
By her image, naked, angry, treading over Shiva's body, Kali Devi embodies the fearless female figure who exists as a menace to the patriarchal figure and public structure in which the woman must remain within the limits of social prescription. One can interpret her sheer nakedness to act as a weapon against the male consciousness by forcing the man to face the body, the object of his own desire. A desire which is usually concealed under the simulation of reverence towards woman as a mother or a sister. And even when the body is nude, the representations often reduce the impact of such menace by strategically covering the key parts of the female corporeal self, thus lessening the discomfort of the patriarchal gaze at its object of craving and fear. The reclined Shiva lying prostrate under the feet of Kali suggests that without the power and cooperation of the female principle, Kali or Shakti, Shiva cannot act.
অন্ধকাসুরের অস্ত্রাঘাতে মহাদেব মাটিতে পড়ে গেছে এবং অন্ধকাসুর পার্বতীকে নিয়ে গেছেন সেই তার নিজালয়ে। সঙ্গে সঙ্গে মহাদেবের মস্তক হইতে 3 ফোঁটা রক্ত মাটিতে পড়ে যায়। 2 ফোঁটা রক্ত হইতে সৃষ্টি হয় 2 ভৈরবীর, এবং যে 1 ফোঁটা রক্ত কণিকা মাটি ভেদ করে পাতালে প্রবেশ করেছিল, সেই রক্ত ফোঁটা হইতে সৃষ্টি হয়েছে মহাকালের মা চর্চিকা। কি করব আমরা দেবাদিদেব পঞ্চানন? যাও যাও দেবী চর্চিকা, তোমার ভৈরবীদের নিয়ে চলে যাও, তুমি ওই অন্ধকাসুরের যত ইচ্ছা রক্ত পান করো। রক্ত চাই, রক্ত চাই। যাও। একই মহাপ্রলয় হয়ে গেল, জীব সৃষ্টি যে শেষ হয়ে যাবে, চারিদিকে ধ্বংস করে দিচ্ছে। এই মহাপ্রলয় আমাকে থামাতেই হবে। যে পথ দিয়ে চর্চিকা ধ্বংস করে যাচ্ছে, সেই পথে আমি শয়ন করে থাকবো, তবে আমি এই পৃথিবীটাকে ধ্বংসের হাত থেকে রক্ষা করতে পারবো। কি আমি আমার গুরুজনের দেহে আঘাত করলাম? শান্ত শান্ত হও দেবী, শান্ত হও। আজ থেকে তুমি যাও পাতালপুরে।